Yup, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Today we're doing a flying tour of Vancouver, Washington to give you a bird's eye perspective of what this city is really like. So if you're thinking about moving to Vancouver, Washington, this video is going to be jam-packed. You might have seen my driving tour of Vancouver where we drove around in my car, but this is going to be such a cool experience to be up in the air in this 1938 Piper Cub. Flying with my buddy Michael today, who's an experienced pilot in the area. And he actually bought a home on an airstrip, which is really unique. We were hunting for it and we found just the perfect place. We're gonna go fly around Vancouver and then we're gonna land at his house. And just wait until you see this brand new listing that I just put on the market in this very neighborhood. Oh yeah. Woo! Nobody else is giving you content like this where we are about to get up into the air. Make sure to subscribe to my channel right now if you're thinking about moving to Vancouver, Washington, or any of its suburbs. Let's get up in the air now. So we are flying out of Grovefield in Camas, Washington, which is just east of Vancouver. And this is actually north of Camas proper, so you're going to see a lot of acreage properties. You're going to see Lacamas Lake coming up pretty soon here. But you're flying a flying tour of Vancouver, Washington. You're going to see the general flight path that we take here. And you're flying with your local Washington and Oregon realtor, Tim Jackson. So this is the north side of Camas where a lot of development is starting to crop up. So you got the Northshore development, that is Lacamas Lake, kind of splitting the screen in the middle. And then you see all of that 90s and 2000s development happening, which is on the south shore of Lacamas Lake. Now the Northshore development in Camas is going to have a lot of middle housing. It's going to have some unique combo commercial middle housing units. And it'll also come with some river and lake access. So now, just pointing out over there, that is some new construction happening just on the north side. This would be like almost in the Mill Plain area of Vancouver. So you're now out of Camas now, but that's a lot of more affordable new construction happening in that area. And you're gonna get houses priced, new construction priced, you know, in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. And the great thing about it is that you can actually find 4-bed, 3-bath for $600,000. Now looking down, that's actually a walking trail that runs with the power lines. And then looking south here, you're seeing all of the development. That's actually a brand new HP campus in Vancouver, where there's just a lot of job opportunity coming up to our area. And you can see kind of housing is getting more and more condensed the further into Vancouver proper that you get. And so yeah, like that new HP campus is just a great example of industry coming to the area. And throughout the video, you are going to see a lot of development and changes happening that you're just not going to see from a ground perspective. And so you can see as we're zooming in, this is looking south. You can see a lot of the 70s and 80s neighborhoods coming up now with a lot of those old growth pine trees. And we're going to have a home tour coming up in one of these neighborhoods because we're actually getting ready to land in the East Vancouver neighborhood, the Hearthwood neighborhood to be specific. This is a nice little pocket that is near Fircrest. It's near the First Place community, kind of close to the 55 plus Cascade Park and the Fairway Village area. And it's on the border. We're landing now at my buddy's property. Woo! Let's go! We just landed in the backyard. We are in Michael's backyard. I mean, what kind of house can you just fly your plane into the backyard on purpose? You don't want to accidentally fly your plane into the backyard. So if you're wanting to start from the bird's eye perspective as we're taking back off from Michael's place, then reach down right here. You can shoot me a text, send me an email. We can do a FaceTime call to go over what you're looking for to help you find the right home. We're actually going to look at a listing that I just put live as an example of what you can find in this neighborhood. Skip to 8:15 if you don't want to see. So we are at my brand new listing, just hit the market, on 1/5 of an acre. And when I tell you the price on this place, you're going to be shocked. It starts with a river-scaped landscaping with these tall trees. I'm going to scramble over these rocks. Fresh landscaping. Let's get to this path here. And the thing that I love about this home is that it's a custom 70s ranch, and it's got those awesome rain guards on either side. Custom metalwork really shows you the funky Pacific Northwest nature scape that is going in. Now this is a giant mahogany door. I'm gonna push it open, and this is the favorite part about the inside of the house is the variety of hardwoods that you see. So you got a little sunken living room, super 70s, and then look at this crisscross pattern in the hardwoods here, so intricate. And then even these hardwoods here have a very intricate design. So if you're a hardwood connoisseur, this is definitely the house for you. We'll get into the backyard in just a second. I'm gonna show you the kitchen here. Granted, it could use a little bit updating, but the price is gonna reflect that. This was an addition, so this is where normally the garage would go. Some people moving to Vancouver because of the rain really want the garage, but this bonus area does pop this house to nearly 2,000 square feet. If you were looking for a house like this, you know, this one's not gonna last very long. So make sure that you're reaching down below, because I can find you a unique home just like this in the neighborhood that most identifies with you. I really say start with the scouting tour and start with doing a free relocation guide with me. So that way we can identify the right neighborhood, and then we can identify the right home. And of course I cannot go without showing you the massive backyard. Homes in Vancouver tend to come with large lots. All right, back up in the air, and we're flying over the commercial section of Vancouver now. That would be Evergreen High School below us. So that's just one of the great high schools in the area. We also flew over it on our way in. And this is kind of where Vancouver can kind of become a little bit more commercial on the northeast end. So if you're looking around the orchards, Five Corners, you know, up into the Brush Prairie neighborhoods, then you're definitely going to get closer to country living, but you're also going to have some long stretches with a more commercial feeling along like the 500 corridor, 4th Plain Boulevard also. But as you can see, we're flying into the Brush Prairie neighborhood now, and you know, we're zooming in on actually Battleground is in the far distance there. Battleground's a popular choice for people that want to live a off-the-grid lifestyle and still have amenities. And you can also get a lot of luxury acreage lots out this way as we're getting up towards 502. And then you can see there's some new construction development going in into the Mount Vista near the Washington State campus. And we're headed towards Ridgefield now. And definitely stay tuned, because there is going to be a moment that is quite embarrassing to me that I'm still going to put on here and show you exactly how it happened near the end. Unfortunately, it will cut our tour a little bit short, but we get a lot of ground covered before that point. So we're flying over some tighter housing in the Ridgefield community. That would actually be a Lennar community that we're zoomed in on. And then that's the I-5 corridor that comes up Ridgefield. So I-5 is split west and east. It also takes you down to the I-205, I-5 Arrowhead that we'll see later on. But these are a lot of new communities in Ridgefield. There's Holt Homes, there's Lennar, there's Richmond America, and then there's the Polish community, which is just south. So you got a lot of new construction coming to Ridgefield, and you can definitely see the different pockets where it's cut out into the farmland and really expanded from its original footprint. And now we're flying towards the Ridgefield National Wildlife Refuge, where the new Ridgefield waterfront will come in. You got a ton of new parks, and then that's actually the bridge that gets you to this guided auto tour of the wildlife refuge. And you can just see all the wetlands and stuff that are over here where a ton of migratory birds come in. So when you're living in Ridgefield, you're actually living next to like basically a very affordable zoo. And now we're coming up against a ridge in North Vancouver, Felida, Salmon Creek. So we're flying through the gap between North Vancouver and Ridgefield, but we're not going down the I-5. We're actually taking you through a little town called Sarah and a lot of luxury acreage properties over this side. And in the distance is Lake Vancouver, which you'll see. And yeah, that's a water treatment plant over there, which there's a little spot there that has luxury homes, but it's right next to a water treatment plant. I've always found that kind of odd, because the smell definitely picks up when the wind hits. So something to be aware of if you're buying in that specific pocket in the Felida Salmon Creek neighborhood. But you're actually going to see the Salmon Creek walking trail coming up here. You can see that green gully up ahead is the Salmon Creek walking corridor. So yeah, you can see the Salmon Creek right there, and then we're going to zoom in, and actually those houses on the other side have this beautiful ridge where you look out, and then as you're walking down this creek, you have views of Mount Hood on a non-cloudy day. And then this is looking over the northwest section of Vancouver, so you've got neighborhoods like Starcrest. That's actually the I-5 205 Arrowhead, where I-5 and 205 meet. So you've got a huge hospital there. And now we're looking back towards the west. You can kind of see the Columbia River in the back, and then Vancouver, Lake Vancouver. And then this is like Felida, basically. It's another shot looking down at the Salmon Creek walking trail. I highly suggest this neighborhood as kind of if you're priced out by Camas, or even priced out by like Felida, you just come in a little bit closer and you've still got great communities, great schools. The thing about Lake Vancouver is that it's a great place to get away, but you have to drive all the way around to the other side of the lake to really enjoy it. The side closest to us is actually basically up on a bluff. So nice views, but not really a lakefront type living situation. And now we're flying over, we're still in the northwest section of Vancouver. There's a lot of more modern homes here. The Columbia River High School that we just flew over, which is a pretty highly rated school. It's right off of 99th. Definitely reach down below if you're looking to make a move here. And so we're actually coming into downtown Vancouver now. You can see the I-5 bridge. That is kind of 39th Burnt Bridge Creek area. So we're coming down the I-5 corridor. And what happens next is pretty shocking and embarrassing. I had the phone sticking out to give you a great view, and then the wind just caught it. And here we go. Tumbling. Spinning. The phone kind of self-corrects. I only had like a $10 case on this phone. And then we land at the driveway of a duplex. So that ends today's video. Thanks for watching today's flyover of Vancouver, Washington. Watch this video next. I'll see you next week.